What time are you coming to the hospital?
Good morning. I've already left home. Is there something special you want me to bring?
Strawberry ice cream?
Oh, all right. How are you feeling today?
Not as bad as I usually feel.
That's good. The doctor said if you continue doing this well, he can let you come home for a while before the surgery. Wouldn't it be fun to go to school? What's that? Is something wrong?
It's just, I don't have any hair anymore. I'm afraid all the kids will laugh at me.
Angeline, do you remember what I said when you started the treatment?
Yes.
Your body is going to go through many changes, but that's because your body is fighting hard. There is nothing for you to be afraid of, sweetheart. Or all of your friends so evil?
No way! Everyone is super nice.
That's what I thought. I'm sure everyone will be happy to see how well you're doing. They'll say things like, "You're doing great. Keep up the good work. Your hair isn't important." Don't be afraid, Angeline.
You're right. My friends are good people. Thanks, Mommy.
And I'll give you an extra tight hug to squeeze any fears you have inside you.
I'm not afraid anymore.
What about my hug? Oh, I know. Maybe I should secretly bring Candy over to visit. You're always happy around Andy.
No, not Andy.
Oh, okay. I'll be there soon, sweetheart.
Thanks, Mom. I'll be waiting in the recreation room.
Hello, Amanda. Is this a good time?
Hello, Cynthia. What can I do for you?
There's something that's been bothering me, and I can't control myself any longer, so let me come out and just say it.
Please, go ahead.
I think you should be a little more social.
I beg your pardon?
Like today's mommy luncheon? You know it was today at the Italian restaurant near school.
Yes, I'm aware, but didn't I say I would be unable to attend?
That's not what I'm talking about. I keep inviting you so that you can get to know the other mothers in our class. But you have never once attended. Even in our class WhatsApp group, you hardly comment. Do you think that's okay?
I apologize. With Angeline in and out of the hospital, it's been a difficult time for the family. Of course, if I could, I would have loved to attend.
I know Angeline's sick. She has cancer, right? But that's no excuse for your behavior.
I beg your pardon?
What do you mean, beg your pardon? All the parents are busy with their children. There's no reason you should be receiving any special treatment. In fact, you should work harder to get to know the other mothers, since Angeline is often absent from school. Don't you agree?
I'm terribly sorry. I will try my best to participate in the future.
There. That attitude. Can't you even thank me for inviting you? I feel sorry for Angeline having a parent like you. Don't you think the parents need to be a good role model for their children? Of course, this is based on my beliefs of raising children. I don't mind if you copy me. I know you know my son's grades are the best in our year, even at the mother's luncheon. Everyone kept telling me how athletic he is. His future's so bright. Don't you agree it's important to compare your children to others and have them compete against each other for them to grow?
If the objective is to compare children to each other, I don't think I'll be attending any of the lunches.
Do you know what you're saying?
I apologize, but my daughter is battling a serious disease. To have her compete against other children or compare her to others, it isn't something we as a family are interested in.
I think you should reconsider. After all, you don't want Angeline to grow up to be soft. It isn't good for Angeline's future if you aren't tough on her now. It's a competitive world. Well, my son always wins, so I don't need to worry about him for the mother's luncheons. You know what? You don't need to come. I could have let you in on our family's special study methodology or secrets to successful child rearing. Too bad.
You don't need to worry about us. We have our own family methodology and values. Thank you for contacting me. Have a good day. Angeline, are you okay? When you got home, you ran into your room without saying anything. Did something happen at school?
It's nothing.
What do you mean nothing? Today's your first day, sweetheart. You were so excited when you left home this morning.
Really, it's nothing.
Angeline?
I'm sorry. Just something bad happened.
Something bad? Will you tell Mommy what happened? If you don't want to, I understand. But remember, I'm always on your side, Angeline. You know you were the most important person in the world to me.
Well,
Yes?
Andy's mom.
Andy's mom? What happened with Andy's mom?
She was standing at the entrance of the school, and when I passed her on my way out, she said something mean.
What did she say?
She said it was a pity that I was a girl with no hair. And she said you were embarrassed to have a child like me.
Is this for real?
It's not a lie, Mommy. Do I embarrass you? I'm sorry. I'm sorry I'm not a normal child. I'm sorry I'm not a healthy child.
Angeline, you have nothing to be sorry for. I've never been embarrassed that you were my child, not even once. I'm so happy you're my child. If it wasn't you, Angeline, I would be sad. I love that you're a hard worker. I love that you're kind to others.
But
Angeline, please believe Mummy, baby.
I believe you. But I still don't want to see anyone. I don't want to talk to anyone.
I understand, baby. I'm in the living room. Come whenever you want. I'll be waiting.
Okay, Mommy. Can you call Linda and Anna to tell them thank you for me?
Linda and Anna? What am I thanking them for?
They defended me to Andy's mom and walked me home to make sure I would be okay.
What good friends. I'll call them and let them know. And I will talk to Andy's mother as well. I will let her know how much I love you, Angeline, and ask her to apologize to you.
Well, please don't. I don't ever want to talk to her again. But, Mom, haven't you noticed the doorbell's been ringing? I think we have a visitor. Mom, can you please go answer the door?
Okay.
What do you want? I'm busy watching my soap opera.
Gives you the right to wait for my daughter at school to tell her such awful things.
Awful things? I don't know what you're talking about.
Does my daughter's hair ring a bell?
Oh, that.
Please apologize to Angeline.
Apologize? Why do I have to apologize to the daughter of an antisocial mother?
Anti-social mother?
Isn't that what you are? You don't participate in our mother's luncheons. You ignore my thoughtful warnings about your behavior. I'm human, so I understand where you're coming from. I know you're jealous of my family. My husband is the principal of a prestigious high school. His wife, me, is an elegant, warm, beautiful woman with many friends and admirers. Her son is gifted in both school and sports, and everyone loves him. We're the perfect family. Less, All of us are healthy.
I don't mean to burst your bubble, but I've never, not even once, been jealous of your family.
It's okay. You don't need to pretend. Oh, did Angeline tell you? I really wanted her to show off her feminine side. I gave her a beautiful ponytail holder. She was so happy she was crying. Could you send me a picture of Angeline using the ponytail holder?
Knock it off. Why are you torturing Angeline, old lady?
Old lady? What just happened? This is weird, even for you.
It's Andy.
Andy?
I was reading your messages on Angeline's mom's phone, but this is too much. You went too far. I can't believe the person sending the messages is my own mother. I'm in such shock.
Wait a minute. Andy? But there's no way. Why would Andy be at your house? I can't believe you are impersonating my son.
There's an expensive handbag in the third drawer of your bedroom dresser. In the drawer of the sewing box, a pair of diamond earrings. A photo book of Brad Pitt hidden inside a magazine on the bookshelf. Brad's fan memorabilia items hidden in a box on the top shelf in the hallway closet.
What's going on? How do you know all of this?
I know you bought all of those things secretly using Dad's money.
Is it really you, Andy?
Yes.
Shouldn't you be at math club? What are you doing at their house?
I skipped it.
What?
Today's Angeline's birthday. I like her, so I skipped math club to buy her a present. But then I ran into some girls from school who told me my mom sent some terrible things to her. So I came over to apologize to her.
Andy, it's not what it looks like. Mommy is not the bad person here.
What do you mean you aren't a bad person? There's a girl who lost her hair as a result of a disease. And you gave her a ponytail holder? Could you be more cruel? Are you even human?
I beg you, Andy. Can you listen to Mommy's side of the story? I just wanted to teach Angeline's mother a lesson that the world is tougher than she thinks.
Are you really in a position to teach anything to anyone? You told me you've never even had a job. Haven't you always been a stay-at-home mom? What do you know about the world?
Andy, how dare you ridicule stay-at-home mothers? Stay-at-home mothers work very hard.
I'm not making fun of stay-at-home mothers. I'm making fun of you, Mom. You buy food from the supermarket and pretend it's homemade. You complain about cleaning, but I know a cleaning company cleans our house. Dad is paying for all of it, but you keep it a big secret. What's the point pretending you were doing all the housework on your own? You're the softest one here, and you want to teach Angeline's mom a lesson?
Andy, how dare you talk back to me? Just leave their house and hurry home.
No, thank you. I'm definitely not coming home. I don't want to think of you as my mother. I don't even want to live with you anymore.
What?
I took screenshots of all the messages you sent Angeline's mom. I sent the screenshots to Dad. I can't sit back and let you keep pretending anymore. You act especially sweet and innocent around Dad. When I see you like that, my stomach turns. You know, I've seen you at the mother's lunches. You were like super loud, and the way you bragged about me and Dad, I was so embarrassed.
Were you serious about sending those screenshots to your father? I don't use such vulgar language. Why don't you calm down, and then we can have a little chat.
That's not going to happen. I told Dad the truth about you, and begged him to divorce you.
You're lying, right?
I'm dead serious. I just checked. He's seen the messages.
What? Wait a minute.
You can wait by yourself. You and Dad can work out the details. Oh, and I'm going to live with Dad.
Andy, please contact your father again.
As if...
Tell him the screenshots you sent were doctored. If you don't, our family will be torn apart. You don't want that.
I want us to be torn apart. Don't you understand what I'm saying in this chat? I don't know what's going on in your head, Mom.
I don't want this. I don't want to be separated from you and Dad. You and Dad gave a meaning to my life. I'm so proud of our family.
I'm embarrassed to have you as my mom. I've wanted to tell you to stop calling me a genius for a long time now. I'm not a genius. I have to work really hard for my grades. And I don't work hard for you or your boasts. I work hard because I really admire Dad.
I understand. I promise I won't call you a genius anymore. And I'll apologize to Angeline. Will you forgive me then? I'll head over to Angeline's house now.
Please don't come. No one here wants to see your face. Let me give the phone back to Angeline's mom. Good luck with Dad.
Wait. Andy!
What a big mess. I'll be going as well.
What? You? You wait a moment.
What is it?
What do you mean, what is it? Give me back Andy!
Andy is going to spend the night at his grandparents' house. His grandparents on his father's side. I'll drive him to their house, so you don't need to worry.
Haven't you done enough? It's your fault this happened. Don't you have something you should say to me?
I have nothing to say to you. Your son has said it all. You are lucky to have such a considerate son. You know, I'm regretting not going to your lunches now. I would have enjoyed hearing your child-rearing secrets. I could have learned your secrets to successful child-rearing.
Hello, Angeline. It's me, Andy.
Is it really you, Andy?
Yeah, I borrowed your mom's phone to contact you.
I don't understand. Are you at my house?
Yeah,
Oh, can I ask why you're here?
I wanted to apologize to you about my mom. I heard she said a horrible thing to you and she hurt your feelings. I'm really sorry.
I'm okay. It's not your fault, Andy. There's no need for you to apologize.
But I really wanted to let you know that I'm sorry for all of that. And I wanted to give you a present.
Present?
I got a present for your birthday.
My birthday?
It's a light blue hat. Isn't light blue your favorite color?
How did you... Yes, it is.
I wanted to give you something with my own money. So I did some odd jobs for my grandfather and he paid me. The moment I saw this hat, I knew it was perfect for you.
Really? But you worked so hard for that money. I feel bad that you used it for me.
Don't be. Buying the hat made me so happy. So can you please come out of your room?
You know, I don't have any hair. I may not look so good in the hat.
Please, don't say that. I know you'll look great in the hat. Trust me.
Okay. And now I'm really curious about the hat. You really made me feel better. Thank you, Andy.
So, will you come here? Your mom is crying and I don't know what to do.
I'll be right there. Don't worry about Mom. She's a bit of a crybaby. Just wait there, Andy. I'm coming.
Okay.
Andy?
Yes?
I really like you.
What happened to Cynthia was really tragic. Her husband, an educator, could not believe how cruel she was to others, on top of which, when he saw how troubled Andy was because of her, he and Andy immediately moved out of the house. After a long discussion, divorce was inevitable. Cynthia fought for reconciliation until the very end and even asked the mothers to intervene in hopes it would change her husband's mind, but not one of the mothers agreed to help her. This may be because they found out what Cynthia had done to Angeline and her many friends and admirers. In reality, she didn't have any. Therefore, after the divorce, Cynthia was truly alone. With her pride wounded, she wanted to run away from the mess she created by going back to her hometown to live with her parents. But Andy's dad first made her come over to our house and apologize to Angeline and me. When Angeline forgave her with a smile on her face, I became all misty-eyed again. And this spring, Angeline's operation was a success, and she's doing so much better. Andy comes to visit her every day. Seeing the two of them together is my happiness, the reason I have to live. Thank you.
Hey Stella, do you have a minute to talk? Wow, it's not like you to text me. What's up? Mom asked me to text you. She could have just asked you this herself, but whatever. Oh, what's the matter? She was wondering if you have any plans to visit home soon. What do you mean? Just like I said, are you planning on visiting Mom and Dad in the near future? You never really visit anymore. What do you mean? I try to make it back for Christmas every year. So, until then, I really don't have any plans to visit home. Ugh, okay. Well, if you're free this Saturday, do you think you can come over? This Saturday? Why? Ugh, they're still having a bunch of relatives over. I guess our cousin Aurora is getting married. Is she really? Oh, I'm so happy for her. I know, right? Her and her fiancé are coming over to meet everyone, including Grandma and Grandpa. That's why Mom wanted me to ask you what you were doing this Saturday. She wanted me to ask you if you could come. Gotcha. Well, I'm actually not sure if I'm free or not. I might have to work. Really? You don't have days off on weekends? I usually do, but there are times where I have to work on Saturdays too. Wow. Who works on the weekends anymore? Your job is totally taking advantage of you. I do sometimes. It's not that weird. Maybe your job is different. Yeah, my job is the best. They've never thought about making me work on the weekends. That's just great. I'll get back to you tomorrow and Saturday. I'll text you then. Hey Kinsley, you got a second? Yeah. Did you find out if you were off or not on Saturday? Yeah. I don't have to work Saturday, so you can tell Mom I'll be there. Actually, could you just text her yourself? I hate being the messenger. Even if I do try to tell Mom, I know she'll make you text me back for her. That's why I'm purposefully texting you and not her. Yeah, probably. She doesn't even trust you enough to text her. That's why she's having me talk to you. Ugh, whatever. She has no reason to think that. I always respond to people when they text me. I can't imagine not being trusted enough to send a simple text. That must be rough for you, sis. Now I have to get involved because of it. All this trouble over texting. Whatever. You're clearly the favorite child. You always have been. It wouldn't be this much trouble if Mom didn't have some stupid grudge against me. Either way, I don't care. I'm over it and I don't expect anything different out of her. Of course that's what you say. You're always so quick to be defensive. You've never been able to get along with Mom. Defensive? I'm the one who always has been silent when they've been rude to me. Oh yeah. Anyway, I'll let Mom know you're coming. Thanks. By the way, everyone's coming over in the afternoon, so be at the house before then. Why? so mom can send me out on errands and make me help with cooking for everyone. I can feel it. She's going to put me to work as soon as I get there. Why do you always make her out to be such a bad person? Am I wrong? You'll be there too, right? She's gonna make you work? Sorry, I actually won't be home in the morning. I have a few things I've got to do myself. I should have seen that coming. Mom told me it was okay. Anyway, see you Saturday. Yeah, see you then. Hey, where are you? Did you leave already? Of course I did. I came because you asked me to, not to hear you brag all day about yourself. I was bragging? I don't know what you mean. Don't play dumb. You went on and on about yourself like you always do. Oh, really? Yeah, really. You didn't think it was embarrassing to talk about yourself like that in front of everyone? Why would I be embarrassed? I didn't say anything embarrassing. You're totally oblivious. It's one thing to brag about yourself in front of me or mom and dad, but you were way out of line to go on and on about yourself the way you did in front of everyone that was there today. What was the point of doing that? Are you mad because I brought you up? Don't sweat it. I mean, it's the truth after all. Did you see Aurora's fiance's face when you were talking about everything? He was totally fine. He's about to be a part of this family soon. He should know everything about us. The same thing goes for our other relatives too. Maybe, but the way you were talking was out of line. Are you really mad? I can't change the truth. You're the one that dropped out of high school and doesn't have a degree. Why would you ever need to bring that up in front of everyone? And yes, I am really mad. You were so rude. Well, everyone's still at the house and no one said anything to me about it. You're the only one who seems to have a problem with what I said. I wonder why that is. Wow. You're not the only one who's mad. Mom and Dad are furious right now. They couldn't believe you stormed off like that. What? I don't think I did anything wrong. All I did was let everyone know all about you. I didn't lie about anything, did I? I think you're really mad at the reality of the situation. I can't help if everyone compares us. You're a high school dropout. And I'm a college graduate with an awesome job. Whatever, that's not what I'm saying. I know all of that, but they didn't need to, especially with the way you were saying it. That's why I'm mad. Well, why don't you go back to school or something? If you're worried about being compared to me, maybe you should have worked harder and not dropped out. Only you have the power to change things, right? You're not helping anything by saying that. A high school dropout that works in a factory. Do you plan on working there forever? All I did was tell the truth. Only you can change that. Is that honestly what you think? Of course. Like I said, I only speak the truth. If anything, I'm the one who should be annoyed. You took everything I said wrong, threw a hissy fit, and ran off. Who knows the next time everyone will be together in the same room like today? Just think about how Grandma and Grandpa felt when they saw you slamming the door behind you. I'm honestly used to taking this kind of abuse. I never said anything because you only pulled stunts like this when we were with Mom and Dad. But doing it in front of our entire extended family is unacceptable. I'll never forgive you for what you did. I can't believe you. I didn't do anything wrong. You've got no life skills and nothing to show for yourself. On top of that, you blame others for your failures. I don't want to talk about this anymore. I've got a message for Mom and Dad. Tell them I'm never stepping foot in that house again. Are you serious? Sure, I'll tell them right now. Now that I think about it, you've always been the one to embarrass yourself in front of relatives. Today's no different. The vibe here has been so much better since you ran off like a baby. Whatever, say what you want. Bye. Okay, bye sis. What do you think you're doing? You think you can just waltz into my job like that? What are you talking about? When did I go to your job? Don't play dumb. I saw you in the lobby of my building. I know what you're up to. You came to try and talk trash about me to my coworkers. I literally have no clue what you're saying right now. I saw you at my job, so I'll ask you again. What are you doing there? Oh yeah, I am at your job. But don't you usually work in another branch? Yeah, but I came to HQ today for training. I never expected to see you there. I almost had a heart attack. Oh yeah? Is that all you had to tell me? I thought we had a mutual agreement to cut each other out of our lives. I don't think there's a reason for us to talk anymore. I never wanted to text you. But after seeing you there, I knew you were up to something. I have a right to know. What are you saying? I'm not trying to do anything. I have no obligation to tell you what I'm doing here. You need to leave right now. There's no business for a high school dropout to be at a first-rate company like mine. You better get out of there right now and never come back again. Only those who have done something with their lives and earned a spot there should be in that building. You've been there a year. You sound so arrogant right now. So what if I've only been here a year? This is my career. I may have only been here for a year, but I'm on track to making my way straight to the top. Unlike you, people actually expect big things out of me. Is that right? What's your problem? Are you still there? I told you to get out. I never want to see you there again. Oh, trust me, the feeling is mutual. Fine, I'll leave, and I'll make sure to never come back. Great, I'm glad you agree. That's all. Bye. Why didn't you say anything? If you had told me, things could have turned out differently. I thought I told you I never wanted to talk to you again. Where's that fire you had when you were yelling at me the other day? You seem a bit deflated. Yeah, well, I'm really sorry about how I talked to you. Do you think you could come back to my job one more time? No, I already let your boss know what you said to me. Seems like he had a nice little chat with you about it. So no, I won't come back to your job. I honestly don't think I could even fit it into my schedule, especially if you are the one who's asking me to do it. Just, please, find time to come back. Sorry, can't do it. I already cleared my schedule once. I knew you worked for that company, so I made an exception. But then you told me I shouldn't be there and to never come back. Why would I help you now? Oh, you should have said something from the beginning. When did you become such a hotshot? Oh, you mean my business seminars that your job asked me to give? I started giving talks recently. I actually quit my previous job a while ago. What? I used my connections and worked my butt off to get where I am now. I even went back to school and graduated college. I majored in business management. Where I am now is all thanks to the work I put in. Well, I had no idea about any of that. Yeah, well, I wasn't planning on telling you. I mean, even if I did, none of you trust me or believe anything I say. So it would have been a waste of time. None of you have any interest in the things I do. Yeah, well, you really put me in a bad spot. There were so many people who were there with me for training. I didn't do anything. I went through the trouble of clearing my schedule to come speak at your job. Unfortunately, it didn't matter that we were related. If one of that company's employees tells me to leave and never come back, that's what I'm going to do. Why would I react any differently? But still, my inbox is overflowing with requests from other companies that want me to speak. I'm way more popular than you'd imagine. So turning down your job doesn't make a dent in the amount of offers I have for work. Actually, your job has been calling to apologize for everything that happened. They still want me to come. But Stella, my boss came in and called for me in the middle of my training to chew me out about what happened. Ugh, it was so mortifying. Everyone in the room was staring at me. That must have been rough. Have some sympathy. Please. You're the only one that can help me right now. Just please find time to come back. Is that what your boss wants? Yeah. He said I have to be there this time when you come. He knows you went through the trouble of coming last time just because you'd be speaking at my job. He wants me to take full responsibility for what happened. If things stay the way they are, my career is ruined. Oh, really? Oh, that wouldn't be good. I'm so sorry for everything I've done to you. Just, please. Here's a newsflash for you. The only people who don't know about what I do are you, Mom, and Dad. What do you mean? Aurora and her fiance? Grandma and Grandpa? All of our relatives know about what I do for a living. Why do they know? Because I told them. They actually have an interest in my life, unlike you guys. In fact, I've spoken at every one of their jobs. Really? Yeah. So when you tried to make me look like a fool the other day, everyone looked shocked, right? Aurora texted me right after I left. She said, "Kinsley really hasn't changed, huh? She's a real piece of work." I even got a call from Grandma and Grandpa. They apologized on your behalf for how rude you were to me. They told me, "We're at a loss for words for how she was treating you." Are you serious? Ever since you were little, you've always been so rude and disrespectful towards me. Everyone in the family feels the same way. Mom and Dad have always spoiled you and given you a false sense of entitlement. I'm not embarrassed of being a high school dropout. I wear that title with pride. It's the reason I've worked so hard to get to where I am now. And every time you try to hold that over my head and talk trash about me to others, you're really just embarrassing yourself. You're proving to everyone you're still a spoiled brat. That's not true. Whether you believe it or not, it's true. Now is as good a time as ever to cut each other out of our lives. I'm actually grateful things turned out this way. Please, don't text me anymore. Wait, are you going to help me or not? Why should I help you? You're nothing but a stranger to me now. Honestly, I don't care if you lose your job. I think it's about time you got humbled for once. I saved all my money from my factory job to afford going to college. After graduating, I got a job as a business consultant. After that, I branched out and started my own business. I go around to different companies, giving seminars on proper business conduct and ethics. I never told that to my parents or my sister. It's not like they would have listened anyway. On the other hand, everyone in my extended family was happy to hear all about it. In fact, after my parents kicked me out of my house after my 20th birthday, all my relatives were really worried about me. They always kept in touch with me to see how I was doing. I made sure to thank them and tell them I was doing fine on my own. I even told everyone about what happened with Kinsley. Eventually, a word got around to my mom and dad. They kept trying to text me and call me now that they really know what I really do. I just said the same thing to them as I said to Kingsley. You're both strangers to me. Honestly, it felt like a huge weight off my shoulders. I went to Aurora's wedding the other day. My mom, dad, and Kinsley were nowhere to be seen. When I asked Aurora about it later, she told me, only families welcome at my wedding. They also told me they think my sister probably gets her personality from my dad. He's always been stuck up ever since he was a kid. My whole family thinks he's kind of a snob. I guess I'm not the only one who hates him. At the wedding, I asked my grandparents what they thought about everything that happened. I thought for sure it would be stressing them out. But when I asked about it, my grandpa just laughed and said, "It never hurts to do a bit of house cleaning. They're on their own now." I try not to think about them anymore. I know that karma will get to them eventually.